Good morning, students. In today's class, I am going to teach you the poem Somebody's Mother. This is the first poem from your English main course book. This poem was written by Mary Dodley. She is a very well-known English poet, American poet. She wrote many of the poems for children. She wrote many of the books also for children. These all the poems and also books were published in the very leading magazines. Such a way she got very popularity in writing the children poems and also children books. Okay, my dear students, before going to this poem, first we will understand the main theme of the poem. Suppose some of the people are there that you notice them in the public places. They need the helping hand. They are the very old people. Some of the people are handicapped people. Some women are there who need the helping hand from some other people, though they are not the relatives to you. Though there is no necessity to you to extend your helping hand to them. As a human, you have to extend your helping hand to the people, whoever the old people are there, small children are there, women are there, in the public places, in particular some places. If they need the helping hand, as a human, compulsory you have to extend your helping hand to the people. Suppose your family members, your parents are there in the situation. You are not with your parents, you are not with your family members. That time, if they need the helping hand, definitely some other person will do. Some other person will extend that helping hand to the people. That is the one everybody should adopt. That is the care and concern towards the other people, though they are not our relatives. If they are in the situation, if they need the help, as a human, compulsory we have to extend our helping hand to them. That manners, that polite nature, that sympathy, everybody should adopt towards the other people who are there in the need. Here the woman was old and ragged and grey and bent with the chill of the winter's day. Here the one old woman was there. She wore worn clothes. She having worn clothes, and grey means here the old lady she is, and bent with the chill of the winter's day. It is the winter season because of the extreme cold temperatures which were there in that winter season. She was feeling little bent because of that extreme cold temperatures. The street was wet with a recent snow, and the woman's feet were aged and slow. Here you can observe she was there in a street. The street was completely wet. It was completely covered with the recent snowfall, as it is the winter's day. Already the writer was mentioned in this one that this is the winter season. That's what the total street in which the lady stood, the total street was completely wet because of the recent snowfall. The woman is unable to move quickly. She is unable to make the quick steps because of her age, and one more reason is the total street is covered with the snow. The snow, it is there in the total street, it is covered with the total snow. Her feet will be little slippery. The street will be little slippery because of the snowfall. She stood at the crossing and waited long, alone, uncared for amid the throng. Here you can observe that she wanted to cross the road. For a long time she was waiting, expecting somebody's help. At least any one person should show that person's concern about me, should take care about me to cross the road. But she was alone, she was uncared. Everybody busy in their work. Nobody come to her to make her to cross the road. Here the amid means in the middle of the throng means a big crowd. It's a public place. Of human beings who passed her by, none heeded the glance of her anxious eye. There are so many human beings, there are so many people are moving from that street. Heeded means nobody pay attention towards the glance of her anxious eye. Anxious eyes means she need help. That kind of a worry it is there in her eyes. that I am unable to cross the road because of my old age, and also the street was completely covered with the snow. It is little slippery. Like this, she was looking at the people, extending the help from some other people. That is the glance means a look. She was posing towards the other people, extending the help. But nobody cared about the lady. Nobody come to her to extend that helping hand to her to cross the road. Down the street with laughter and shout, glad in the freedom of school letter, came the boys like a flock of sheep, hailing the snow piled like white and deep. Exactly that time, the school bell rang, the long bell rang. All the students who were there in the school, they came out. We already knew that what kind of the freedom the people got, what kind of the happiness will be there to the children when they came out from the school. Here, the kind of the freedom, the kind of the happiness it is there in the face of the children. Very happily they came out, and here we can observe their happiness in their laughter. They were shouting, they were laughing, they were chatting with their friends when they were coming out from the school. Here they came like a flock of sheep. Here the flock means it is a compound of a group of sheep. A big group of sheep is called as the flock of sheep. Here like from pen, how the sheep will come out. Like this, here the children also came out from the school. That's what the writer compared the children who came out from the school, then the flock of sheep. Here the writer is making the comparison between the people, the students, and also the flock of sheep by using the word like. That's what we can say that the writer is using the simile, the literary device here, as he was making the comparison between the students and also the flock of sheep. By using the like word, we can say the writer is using the simile as the literary device here. Next, hailing the snow piled with and deep. Okay, here the already I told you the total street is completely covered with the snow, white color, deep snow. The heaps of snow is there in that street. Here in that street, the people came. They were feeling very happy because they came out from the school. Now they are enjoying their happiness, and now they are enjoying their freedom. Here the glad meaning happiness. Next, past the woman so old and grey, hasten the children on their way. No offering a helping hand to her, so meek, so timid, afraid to stay. Here the lady, here again the grey meaning it is the old lady, old. Grey meaning is old. Here the old lady is there. In front of the old lady only, all the children were moving. Even the children also, that lady is posing that anxious looks, that I am unable to cross the road. Please somebody come to extend that helping hand to me to cross the road. Like this she was posing her anxious looks at the children, but nobody cared about her plight, about her situation. She was so meek. She was not asking that one orally. She was posing that anxious looks at the people, expecting the helping hand. But the people didn't pay any attention. She was very timid. She was very afraid to cross that road. By seeing this all the situation, by seeing the plight of that lady, nobody pay attention to extend their helping hand to the lady. Let the carriage wheels or the horse's feet should crowd her down in the slippery street. At last came one of the merry crew, the gayest laddie of all the world. Finally here one boy who is there in that group of students, very pretty boy, was looking very attractive face the person is having. The gayest means very cheerful face, very pretty face, very handsome face. very attractive face that boy is having. That boy, that lady is noticing that boy from that group of students. He passes beside her and whispers low, I will help you cross if you wish to go. He raised a hand on his strong young arm. She placed it and so, without hurt her harm. Here, that boy himself came to that old lady. My dear old lady, suppose if you need my help, I will extend my help to you to cross the road. Like this, he told to that lady, and he took her hand very firmly in order to help that lady to cross the road. He guided the trembling feet along, proud that his own were firm and strong. Then back again to his friends he went, his young heart happy and well content. Here, after helping that lady to cross the road, again he came to his friends. Now he was feeling very happy. A kind of a satisfaction it is there in his heart that he extended his help to one old lady in crossing the road. That kind of the happiness, a satisfaction it is there in his heart, with a content heart, with a satisfied heart, he came to his friends. Now we will move to the remaining part of the poem. Okay, students, here the continuation of the poem. She is somebody's mother, boys, you know, for all she is aged and poor and slow. Here the boy, the pretty boy, the boy who is having very attractive face, that boy told to the reminding his friends. That old lady is somebody's mother. She is very poor and she is very slow. Here the poorness we can say that she is having that worn clothes. Worn out clothes she is wearing. With that one we can say that lady is a very poor lady. As she was very slow, and we are using that grey word. That lady is very old. That lady is somebody's mother. My dear friends, that lady is somebody's mother. And I hope some fellow will lend a hand to help my mother, you understand. If ever she is poor and old and grey, when her old dear boy is far away. Here that boy is saying why he extend his helping hand to that lady. Now that lady is very poor. Now that lady is very aged. Maybe that situation will come to even my mother also. One day my mother will be very poor in future maybe. My mother will be very old. That time I am not with my mother to extend my helping hand to my mother. That time as I helped this lady, the God's blessings will be on me. As I helped this lady, because of the blessings, some other person definitely will help to my mother also. If my mother is in that situation, she is very old and she is very poor. I am not with my mother in that situation. Some person definitely will help my mother as I extend my help to one another lady. That is the reason he told to his friends why he helped the old lady. And somebody's mother bowed her head in her home that night, and the praise she said was, God be kind to the noble boy who is somebody's son and pride and joy. Here the lady, the old lady, when she went to her home, she made prayer. She offered the prayer to God because of the boy who helped that lady. Always the God's blessing should be on that boy. Always the health, prosperity and happiness will be with that boy. Like this she prayed to the God. My dear God, please shower your blessings always on that boy. Like this she offered the prayer to the God on behalf of the God. Like this she showed her love and affection towards that boy as he helped her by treating that lady as her mother. Okay, my dear students, I hope that you understand this poem, the main theme of the poem. After this video, along this video, I am posting some question and answers from this poem. You please write this question and answers along with the textual meanings in your classroom. That is your today's assignment. Thank you.